So originally I was not planning on making a video about this, but I saw some stuff that I needed to respond to regarding this whole story that needed to be addressed. So I'm not going to go into complete detail because I'm sure that you've already probably heard it, seen it on Twitter, Tumblr, social media, that every single broadcasting news station there is, with the man known as Elliot Rodger. This young 22-year-old went on a rampage, killed numerous different women, slaughtered them, shot them, and more recently they went into his apartment, covered more women and several men that he had slaughtered and killed. Before these killings, he posted a YouTube video announcing that he was going to go kill these women and men due to the fact that he was rejected by these and he was a loner, an outcast, struggled with loneliness, had lots and lots of money, but he never had sex until he was a virgin up until he was 22, which, by the way, I was a virgin up until I was 22, so, you know, what the fuck, dude? If you can't really hold off for having sex for that long, you're fucked up. But in any case, this guy was crazy. He announced what he was going to do to the world. Actually, weeks before it happened, he announced what he was going to do. So his parents reported him to the police. The police came and they did interviews with him and talked with him, and they said he was a polite gentleman. They couldn't see anything wrong with him. Well, obviously, this goes to show a lot of problems with our legal system and the law enforcement. The fact that the father and mother reported him of his type of behavior that he was having, and they interviewed him, and then they said there was nothing wrong with him, and then weeks later he posts another video, and then goes on a hiatus killing people. That says a lot about what went wrong with this situation. But I don't really want to focus on that. Rather, I want to focus on several different things. First things first, this guy, we don't know if he was mentally ill. Okay, we can assume that he was mentally ill, that he had mental issues, but he was seeing 3 different therapists, psychiatrists all at the same time, which goes to show that didn't really help that much. Obviously, he had it set in his mind this is what he was going to do. He came from a wealthy family. He had lots of money. Link down below is his 140-page paper titled My Twisted World, where he documents and journals all how he feels through his life growing up. And I read the whole thing. And the first thing I will say is that this guy, although he talks about feeling lonely and having girls reject him and never getting noticed, and college is about having sex and having sex with women and having loved and being loved and all this crazy shit. You know, the societal view that you go to college, it's all about sex, 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 sex. His 140-page document, journal, whatever you want to call it, was really disturbing. It's linked down below. You can read the whole thing, but basically, he goes on to say that women are evil, women deserve to die, women deserve to have control of sex over men, women are all these terrible things. Like, he genuinely comes across and is misogynistic. Like, this is one of those people who I would rightfully say has issues and is misogynistic and hates women. And the reason I bring this up is because I have a lot of problem with feminists right now. Yes, I'm going to address feminists in this video because this is really pissing me off. There are feminists going around claiming that this man, Elliot Rodger, is the way all MRAs are. Supposedly, he posted on a lot of MRA websites or forums, or was an active participant in forums, and would say things like, women are evil, women deserve to die, and things like that. And numerous times his threads on these forum posts were actually locked or deleted. However, there's been a lot of new screenshots recently of showing his forum postings and stuff from the past, because, you know, whatever you post on the internet is on the internet. But this is the same goddamn issue that I dealt with the Boston bombings. You know, I made a video about that. Not the story, but I made a video about all the fucking idiots who thought, okay, someone with dark skin, someone who's Ukrainian, someone who's Islamic, well, they're automatically a terrorist and want to blow up people. No, you are fucking stupid. You are a stupid motherfucker if you are going to label all MRAs to be someone who wants to kill women and who want to put violence on women. Like, I've been reading lots of posts about women. They're like, see this? He was misogynistic against women. Yes, he was. Yes, he had issues. Yes, law enforcement fucked up and didn't do their job like they were supposed to do. But to say that all MRAs, men's right activists, all fall into this category of wanting to kill women and are violent towards women and all have entitlement issues? No. This guy, this narcissist in his post, you can read his whole 140-page thing. He goes on to describe himself as beautiful eyes, and he's such a good-looking man. But he wonders why nobody wants him, because people don't like narcissistic people. That's just that. It's really that simple. Women don't want to be around narcissists. You know, they'll go with arrogant men, but not narcissists. No one wants to be with a narcissist. But what sickens me is that there are women doing the exact same thing with the Boston bombing situation. No, not all MRAs are misogynistic and want violence and want to kill women. This is just ridiculous. And the fact is, he killed men too. Okay, he killed men too. Several men were recovered from his apartment that he killed and slaughtered. So he killed men and women, both genders. So what is that? He's also a misandrist too? Someone who hates men? Even though a lot of women will argue that misandry doesn't exist, but you know what I'm trying to say here. The fact is, he killed people of both genders, so to claim that he's this type of evil MRA and that all MRAs are the same is just ridiculous and wrong, and it's really a gross misgeneralization of all people who are MRAs, because I know some MRAs personally who don't fall into the category, who heard this story and they were grotesque, they thought it was grotesque, disturbing, and would never want that to happen to anybody. You know, when I think of an MRA, there are some really weird, wacko MRAs out there, I agree, who have entitlement issues, who think that women's bodies are their own, they can do it with... But there's radicals on every group of people, whether it be feminism, whether it be MRAs, whether it be the National Gun Control Association. There are people who are radical. To take those radicals and, you know, the radicals always shout the loudest. So to take those, push them in a group, and say that all people are like this is fucking stupid. You are stupid if you do this. What I want to know more about this story, though, than anything, is what piques my curiosity, is how did Elliot Rodger get to this place? You know, we can say that he was an outcast socially, he was socially inept, couldn't socialize with people. You know, if you read his 140-page journal thing, you'll see that. But the issue at hand with me is, how does someone sociologically get to this point where they hate women so much that they think their body is their own, that they own a woman's body? I'm sorry, but a woman owns her own body. She's not entitled to have sex with you. She's not entitled to date you. She's not entitled to look upon you simply because you want her attention to be loved, or you want a girlfriend. You know, this is not how you take rejection, obviously. Oh, these women rejected me. I'm going to bring suffering upon them and slaughter them because they didn't accept me for who I am. No, that's what someone who is crazy will do. You know, we don't know if this guy had depression. We have no idea. Things haven't been released. All I know is that he was assistant director's son of the Hunger Games, and we really can't say a whole lot other than he killed innocent people. Innocent lives were taken. But the responses that people are giving to this story is just insane. You know, the labeling of all generalization of all MRAs. There are people who are actually defending him. There's a Facebook page that I reported for hate speech that says Elliot Rodger is a hero. You know, funny, Facebook deleted my Facebook page, which all I do is post my videos, but, you know, it's not hate speech if you post a video glorifying a man who killed innocent people. You know, that's fucked up. So that's what I have to say about the issue, is that stop with the generalizations. Just because he was an MRA does not mean that all MRAs think like this, and it's I don't really need to explain my point again. I want to know how someone got to this point. What made him this misogynistic? What made him think that women deserve to give him attention? What made him think that women deserve to have sex with him? What makes someone think like that? I'm genuinely curious. I want to know. I want to explore the human mind and on what develops someone cognitively to get to this point, because it's scary to me that someone... I don't believe someone was born this way. They had to have been influenced by something, someone, to get to this point, you know? I don't know. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow reptiles. This has been my video on Elliot Morgan. I'm sorry, I know a lot of people wanted me to go into in-depth detail and repeat a lot of things about, but no, my big issue is the people reacting to the story, the people who are defending this disgusting man, the people who are saying that he falls in, all MRAs are the same and are all violent or misogynistic or whatever, but you know what? That's not the case. And I'm not using a no true Scotsman fallacy here, because to me, I know MRAs who, to me, I look at an MRA as someone who wants equal rights in regards to, you know, custody of children, custody of children, usually when that type of thing happens, divorce or something, usually the woman always gets the child. And in some cases, that's not the best thing to happen. Sometimes the child needs to go to the man. You know, that's, to me, when I think of MRAs, men's activists, I think of people who want, within legal system, the same rights that women have more suspectability, who have more of a chance in the legal system of getting children or having certain rights for their children, where the man doesn't have any option or choice because, well, he's a man. You know, it's just that's when I think of those types of issues, that's what I think of MRAs fighting towards, you know, getting those types of equal rights. But feel free to disagree. I know there's lots of feminists who watch me or who are probably all mad at me that I said that about MRAs, but I'm not defending MRAs. I'm just saying, I'm not an MRA myself. I'm just saying is to don't fucking label people. Don't generalize groups of people. Radicals speak the loudest. Realize that radicals do not speak for everyone. Peace out.